they've got Draymond Green. He brings a very important inside presence to this team, a mainstay in their offensive and defensive strategies. Then there's Draymond Green, and it's Green in at the 4 spot.
It's been over 3 decades since the Warriors have won a division title, guys. It's sad to hear if you're a fan, but they were a lot closer last season than they have been in a long time. Ended up second in the Pacific Division.
That's good.
And there's the first bucket of the game.
Yeah, that's a nice tone setter out of the gate.
Pass to Poole. There's the triple. That's good. And Clark, as you said with the Warriors, they were 9-7 against the rest of the Pacific Division. Did very well against the Clippers, but had some struggles with the other teams that kept them from closing, Steve, the gap to the top.
Well, for a long time, remember, they were right on the heels of the Clippers in the division race, but they fell into a little bit of a slump after the All-Star break. It's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out this year with the addition of Iguodala. This team has the potential to take another step up the ladder.
And it's Green missing. Warriors on D. Passes to Poole for 3. No luck. Here's Green. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. He stressed how important being smart with the ball is going to be for them today. It's an opponent that thrives on defense, steals in particular, and he doesn't want to see his guys get careless with the basketball. Guys?
Hey, Doris, thanks. Steve, Clark, how do you best throw a defense like this off balance to enable your scorers to get comfortable?
I think the key is you need motion. You can't get too stagnant offensively where you're going one-on-one. Activate the offense with ball and player movement.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And then the other part of that, too, to me, Steve, is you got to be ready to take good shots whenever they come available. Draymond Green with really a terrific legacy of success prior to the NBA, guys. I mean, he led Saginaw High to 2 Michigan State championships. And at Michigan State, was able to be part of 2 teams that got to the Final Four and 1 that made it to the Sweet 16. That's impressive.
Green left side. Tries to save it. And again, no good by Golden State. Poole, guarded by Green. Here's Poole. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. And going back to Draymond Green, Clark, very successful in college with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State, as you mentioned. But, Steve, maybe a bit of a surprise, slipping to the 2nd round back in 2012.
I think a lot of teams, Kevin, felt that he was a tweener. They weren't sure if he was a 3 or a 4, and he really is. But the good news is that he can guard both positions, and he's improved his jump shot. More than anything, he's just a winner. He knows how to play, and he's a good addition to any team.
Quality kid. Now, here's Green. Right side, Green. Shot to stop the drought. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. The Warriors shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Well, they were a fairly decent free throw shooting team a year ago, Kevin. About 77% from the line.
The Warriors making a switch here. And both free throws good for Green. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. The pass to Poole. Golden State moving it around. Knocks down the 3 ball. 17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside, Green. Green left side. The Warriors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they averaged about 77% from the free throw line a year ago. So this is a solid free throw shooting team.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Green. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. 1 second left. No good on that last second attempt there. A good close contest so far as we finished. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
So difficult to get a shot off against this defense. They are really playing hard.
Yeah, they're playing hard, and they pride themselves on making it tough for their opponents.
Pass to Poole. Shot clock at 6. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Well, anytime you can make more than half your shots, Clark, you take that any day of the week.
Warriors trail by 6.
Well, this Warriors ownership group has really energized the franchise. They've been very proactive. They've purchased the D-League team from Dakota, with plans to move them to Santa Cruz, about an hour south of Oakland. And in order to accommodate the team's home games, they've built a new 3,000-seat arena in a matter of months.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Gentlemen, it's no secret that the Bay Area loves its basketball. It was made abundantly clear during last year's playoff run, says Steph Curry, saying, quote, "We made it to the conference semifinals, and they gave me a key to the city." The key to the city? For the semis. If we'd won a title, they'd have put a statue of Coach Jackson on top of the bridge. That statue might not be too far off the way they are collecting talent, Kev.
You can tell they've made a big impression. Thanks, Doris. Golden State on D. After the missed 3 from Green. Shots good from Poole. And the Santa Cruz Warriors, as they've been renamed, have been a hit. You know, Clark leading the D-League in revenue, making the D-League finals last season.
And, you know, with all of the D-League games now broadcast on YouTube, the exposure for players in the D-League is better than ever. And for the Warriors to have their D-League affiliate so close by gives them a much better opportunity to develop their young talent.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Warriors trail by 10. Outside, Green. 1:25 left to play in the first half. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, his passing is just a thing of beauty, guys. He knows where his teammates are on the floor at all times, and the moment one of them frees up, he seems to hit them in rhythm for an easy basket.
And, Steve, he's also the player they rally around at the defensive end. I mean, they cause some real havoc when he's out there running the show defensively. The Warriors were able to get back to the postseason for the first time since the We Believe season in 07 when they knocked off the Dallas Mavericks as an 8th seed. They didn't finish above 500 on the road, but still were much better than previous years, which allowed them to get to the playoffs.
.111 left in the second quarter. Passes it to Poole. 6 on the shot clock. Going back to that Warrior road record that Clark was talking about, 19 and 22, as you said. But I remember an early road trip that, had them go 6 and 1. Really helped them start to believe in themselves. Steve, as a team last season.
Yeah, that included that buzzer-beating win against Miami on Draymond Green's shot. I mean, I think that's when this group really realized that they could make some noise and possibly be a playoff team.
Clock management. This is where, Steve, they can get a 2-for-1.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. As long as the first one's a good one, and now you play D, you get the ball back, one more shot.
And here are the Warriors now. They've led by as much as 10. Fires from deep. There's the bucket. Good.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Here's Green. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. First trip to the line for him here. No good on that one. And the Warriors making a change here. Good on the second free throw. And the basket. Poole. This one for three. And again, no good by Golden State. Good it goes. And that concludes the first half. Warriors lead by 7. And coming up after the break.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Good to have you along, everyone. It's time now for the halftime report. The Golden State Warriors are ahead against Golden State. And from outside, you couldn't shoot it much better than this. They are scorching hot from beyond the arc. And midway through, the Warriors are still alive. Getting to the line has yielded them points. It's also put their opponents into foul trouble early. That's it for me here in the studio. Time to send you back out to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the start of the third quarter.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The second half just about to get going here.
Well, you look at the turnaround last season for Golden State. A lot of it has to do with the steadying presence of Jarrett Jack and Carl Landry off the bench. Both players brought a toughness and a level of competitiveness that was maybe missing from the Warriors the year before.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Outside, Green. Trying his luck deep. It's rebounded by Golden State. And for the Warriors, such an impressive turnaround last season, but financial constraints, you know, Clark, make it tricky for them, make it tricky for anybody. Keep teams together.
Well said, but I give the ownership credit for making the commitments necessary to put themselves in a good position going forward, Kevin. After such an impressive postseason showing, I think they want to continue that momentum.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, for Iguodala, now the third team in his NBA career. In Philly, he felt over-criticized for not being the go-to scorer. In Denver, the lack of outside shooting crowded the court. But he could never hope for a better fit than he's found with the Warriors. A team with great shooting, Iguodala can focus on defense and playmaking, saying, quote, "I'd rather get a triple-double than score 40. And guys, get this. Only 12 players in NBA history have achieved his career averages in points, rebounds, assists, and steals through age 29. He's a terrific all-around player.
Yeah, Iguodala, truly a player whose scoring average doesn't do justice to his overall impact on the game. And the Warriors making a change here. Pass to Poole. Golden State moving the ball around. No good on the triple. Warriors trail by 11. The drive by Green. Some solid defense there from Poole.
And I think for the Warriors, when you look at rebounding, that's where they made the most improvement last year. In fact, they ranked dead last in defensive rebounding in each of the previous 5 seasons, but they were #1 in the league last year. What a turnaround.
Outside, Green. Six to shoot. Fires top of the key. Connects, the jumper drops. We talk about the rebounding turnaround for the Warriors in 2011 and 2012. They were out-rebounded Clark by an average of about 7 rebounds a game in last season. They out-rebounded the opposition by over 2 a game.
You know, that's basically a 9-possession turnaround,
Good
Kevin,
point.
when you look at it that way. And that's huge. I mean, it really helps explain how they went from a 23-win team to a 47-win team over the course of one season.
Timeout called the Warriors. And during the timeout, both coaches getting a chance here to review the strategy at this point of the game, along with the discussions. Also some rehydration going on with Gatorade. Everyone trying to bring their top game here tonight.
Yeah, that's why you see the trainers going around to every player, making sure they're hydrated, they're getting enough to drink during the game. And so important to hydrate yourself and keep yourself strong and ready to play for these big minutes down the stretch.
Here's Poole, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The Warriors have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. First one falls for him. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Both free throws good from Poole.
Boy, that was solid. I'll tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
Green with the ball. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. 2 on the clock. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And he makes the first. And the Warriors making a change here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Got it up. Shot is off. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And that's helped with their passing game, too, because they're getting a lot of assists by sharing the ball and moving it.
You know, it's funny. You look at the Golden State Warriors. They've had the third best home court advantage in the league over the last decade or so. Only the Rocky Mountain teams, Denver and Utah, were better. At Oracle, it's not the altitude, it's the crowd. One of the best in all of the NBA.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Warriors making a change here. On defense, Golden State.
I got yours.
Passes it to Poole. Drains the three-pointer. And the Warriors lead by 17. And Clark, as you were saying about the Warriors, they really feed off this home crowd. Steve, you said maybe the best in the NBA.
I think so, just in terms of the support they get, regardless of their success. You think back over the last 16, 17 years, the Warriors have only been in the playoffs twice, and yet the fans are there every single night going nuts. So and now that they're a good team, I think this fan base is really going to come alive.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Green kicks to Green. Right side, Green. Cannot hit. The Warriors go the other way with it. Good by Green. That is good.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is safe.
Well, if not 100% safe, certainly 95%.
And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws.
You know, the Warriors made big strides last year, and part of it was a retooling of the team, but they also got a lot of help from the group of rookies that they had. A number of those rookies played prominent roles down the stretch and in the playoffs.
Well, Clark, as you said, the Warriors did lean on their rookies as the season went on. 4 of them in all, with 3 coming in the draft and 1 walking on the roster. Big help, Steve, from them in the opening round of the playoffs.
You know, pretty remarkable that a team could do that well in the postseason, relying on so many rookies, but it speaks to their maturity, their character, the group they've put together, and it's very promising in terms of their long-term success.
The shot's good from Poole.
Well, one of the things that makes him special is his tendency to become red hot in just a matter of seconds. And you never know when it's coming. You know, all it takes is a shot or two, and he's rolling.
And another specialty of his is the 3-ball from the corner. That's his signature shot.
Green passes to Green. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Green's got 7 now in this quarter.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
Now the basket, Poole. 55 seconds left in the game. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Golden State.
You know, it's very rare that you're going to be able to make the playoffs in the West without coming out with a winning record against the rest of the conference. And the Warriors knew that would be important in their quest for the playoffs, and they handled business against the West.
Both free throws good from Poole. Well, and for the Warriors who fought so hard to get back into the playoffs, last year their 28-24 record against the rest of the West really helped their cause, Steve.
Well, the toughest part of the Warriors' last campaign was a rough stretch of games in February where they dropped off a bit in the race. And, you know, a lot of those games were against Western teams. And if you kind of remove that month, their in-conference record is even more impressive. Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Way too loose on that inbounds pass.
.43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Poole. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Green. Tipped. Pass to Poole. Some nice passing by Golden State here. No good from three-point territory. Now here's Green. Beyond the arc. No luck. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves